Hey everyone, it's 5 Nights at Freddy's Fan 555. This is the video to show you guys what I have left of the 1970s diecast car that I had burned, and the Mercedes Benz that I had burned in the past, which was the first diecast car I had burned. Now, first we're going to start with it. The remains of it is the metal body of it. Part of the front is missing. The doors are both popped out a little bit. They do still open. The only part of it that still has paint remains is the back. Did actually survive, which is the back seats. The seats did somewhat survive, badly molded and damaged. Survived. The entire front end had burned away. The bottom end able to see it too well. There's nothing I can do about it. The video that good. You might hear an airplane in the background, have the window open. And this is the remains of blobs of molten metal that had survived from it. And then the spring was in the front. Somewhere it was like one of these wind up toys. They wind up spring inside. This had popped out. Inside there, it was burning, and it had survived. Moving on to the 70s diecast car, which is bigger. Both axles for tires had survived fire to it. The entire roof to it had caved in from burning and had melted. Part of it is still there that had survived. This door had melted with it. This one is still there. It's sort of fallen off, but it's still there. It almost melted. And when the trunk melted off, I put it inside here. So that would be part of this molten block. Now hardened metal from this. And this one is as well. It's actually about, I'm not exactly sure how heavy it is exactly, but that is some of the remains to a smaller blob of metal there that has survived with it. A piece of molten plastic from one of the front, either the front or back window. Another blob of metal separate from it, and then the front hood, the remains of it. It had melted like this. And of course, body remains of the rest of it. Front there, where the radiator would be, had caved in from it melting there in the front. And then the back of it, not as much, but it may have melted a little bit. All plastic there on the back did melt away. And that is the remains to my diecast cars I had burned. Now, it had gotten to, I don't know what type of metal that they make these diecast cars out of, but I'm thinking it's a harder and tougher type of aluminum, which is similar to the same stuff that they use for soda cans. I think just that it's harder and tougher. And it is also a little bit thicker. So I guess once it gets to a certain temperature, it melts and ends up like this. I am going to eventually take my gas torch and melt down the rest of the metal from all of this and keep them into separate molten blobs. This will be a separate blob of metal, along with this, and this, along with these, and then this blob of metal, and then the hood with it as well. So, this blob of metal with it, the axles probably won't melt. They're made out of a different type of metal. They didn't melt with it. I had put them with it, sort of. I had, well, I basically left them where they were when it was built. And they would have melted with it if they were made out of the same metal. But apparently they aren't, because they didn't melt. So I plan on melting down the rest of it eventually. Not sure when that will be. It'll probably be this Saturday or the next, depending on the weather. And then eventually after, I will do a video to show you guys. Hopefully it will melt. It gets up to 2300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to melt copper. So it should hopefully melt it, depending on if I turn it all the way up or not. But anyway, I hope you guys have liked this video, and I will see you all, of course, in my next video.